My only two things I've known for 37 years is two organizations, Pacers and Turnings, right? I mean, God is good. Yeah. God has been really good for me to have almost 40 years in the professional space and to have the best seats in the house, to be surrounded by great people, to be able to come on podcasts like this. It's a blessing because nothing is guaranteed in life. You know, I told you guys out there about fact or fiction, you know, having Cheryl. I know it. Man.
That's right.
Y'all can talk all you want.
Okay.
About who's the greatest.
All right, brother. That's right.
I know firsthand. See, not many people can say they grew up in a household with the greatest of anything, right? I can tell people, I grew up in the house with the greatest women's basketball player ever. I'll go to my grave on that. Because y'all don't understand how good and how talented she was and is as a person and as a storyteller. You guys know when she was here. Some of those battles, see, when we're playing fact or fiction, I'm going to tell you why the DNA is where it is. I blame Cheryl a little bit, but I blame my older brothers more so. They're 8 or 9 years older than us. Saul Jr. and Daryl. Daryl, as you guys know, played professional baseball for the Angels. Saul, the oldest, followed my dad into the Air Force, was there for 25 years. Saul Jr. is the best athlete out of all of us. People just don't know it because he never played, he never did anything. Those 2-on-2 games. And the problem is, since Saul was the oldest, he always got to pick who he was playing with. So he always picked Cheryl. Daryl's a baseball guy, and he was stuck with me, and I was stuck guarding Cheryl. And he was torching Daryl, Saul Jr. Those games in the backyard of 2-on-2, that's why I don't fear anything. If you guys have older brothers and a military dad, I don't fear anything.
When did that tide start to turn for you in those games? At what age?
Well, Cheryl was always taller than I was, younger. But the tide, fact or fiction, I would say my freshman year.
She's 1 year older than you, right?
She's 1 year older, yeah. Cheryl's 1 year older. And I've seen her do things because we used to go looking, her and I. We'd go all around the IE because we wanted everyone. We'd go to Banning. We went to all the bad neighbors. Banning, Rubidoux, San Bernardino. And we went looking like, we didn't look for another, we weren't looking for dudes. We want to play y'all. Let's go. Y'all think y'all? Let's go. And we'd get into scraps and things. And then before cell phones, fight broke out. We had to get to a payphone to call Saul. Hey, it's popping out. We need help. They'd come on down. Other than that, y'all handle your business. So that's how the DNA of, like, we always went looking for games. We always went looking. And that just built up that tenacity of always coming. And we didn't win them all, but
You was in it.
You got out there.
it. We were in it. But people don't understand. I love Maya Moore. She might be next on my list. Candace, Diana Taurasi. I love them all. But I'm telling you guys.
I'm telling you.
Which one is my camera?
Yeah, right here.
That's Cheryl.
Man.
Cheryl's my one and Cynthia's my two.
Man. And here's the thing.
Cheryl's my one.
Sure.
Cynthia Cooper was coming off the bench.
I know.
She was riding. She was their sixth man with the McGee twins and Cheryl.
Right.
I mean, they had
Cold.
they were
Cold.
outdrawing the men.
Yep.
It was like literally a show.
That was
It was like Magic and Kareem and James. It was that.
Yeah.
They were that big, and they were just. And I love the women's game is there. Finally, it's there.
Yes.
But I've known this my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
oh,
grew
now
up
y'all
with
want to
it.
jump on board?
You grew up with it.
Now y'all want to jump on board?
Does it pain you a little bit that she didn't get her chance to play in the W?
I just wish, in today's social media environment and landscape, everyone has YouTube and clips and all that. They haven't seen her, and that's what burns me, because trust me, I've seen it up close. Personally, against me,
You seen jumpers in your face.
and it just wasn't me, by the way, in Riverside. It just wasn't me. I wasn't the only guy. I've seen it. And she would put on absolute clinics and barely breaking a sweat. It was like easy for her. And there was only one woman she raised an eyebrow that was like, oh. And I asked her about this. Lynette Woodard. I don't know if you guys know who.
I heard the name for sure.
She's actually the all-time leading scorer,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that
Yeah.
Caitlin just broke.
Yeah.
Cheryl would raise an eyebrow like, I might have to go to bed early that night. Everyone else, she was like, next,
Good. You can get a
next,
drink.
next. She did, next. No one.
Where did your guys' passion come from? Your pops grew up in the.
We grew up traveling a lot, being a military family. We
Okay.
lived in Martinac, North Dakota, Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. We settled in Riverside. Growing up in a military household, for those of you who don't know, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Everyone had chores. Everyone had something to do. Respect,
Big.
being on time, honor. If you say you're going to do something, do something. If you don't like something, you don't like a coach, so make it work. None of this, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go. I mean, there were some coaches I played with in college and in the professional ranks. I'm not going to go to Donnie Walsh. I have to make it work. It's on you. So that discipline came from Saul Miller Sr., because he didn't play. And I think we were more scared of our mom than we were him, because she was a reflection of Pops. And she was a stay-at-home. He worked at March Air Force Base, and we knew not to get out of line because no one wanted to see that switch or belt. Sorry, y'all. That's what happened back then.
Yeah.
It used to be the worst. My dad and my mom was the same, stay-at-home mom, and if I fucked around too much and
you
her,
didn't wanna go-
her whooping, he go sit in your room till your
Yeah.
dad gets home. Oh, that's the worst.
Oh,
shit.
But one of the worst was this too, when they make you go get
Pick
the
it.
switch.
yeah.
Pick it.
Yeah.
So with
You
your
see that
ass.
tree out there?
Right.
I wanted about this long.
Y'all ever had the one when they wait till you get out the tub?
Fresh out the shower.
As soon as you get out the tub and they come in there with the belt, oh, that's the worst one.
That's the mask popping
That's the
right
worst
there.
one.
So that's
Sorry, Mom.
how the DNA started in the family. Was obviously a military background, but my brothers, they molded Cheryl and I, and Tammy. Tammy's 3 years younger than me, but they helped mold us. They don't get enough credit for what they were doing was making us competitive,
Fair, yeah.
making us everything. Clue, Uno, spades.
Everything was competitive.
Everything was a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.